These are the three main types of variables and how to identify them in an experiment. Now, the first one, the independent variable, is pretty easy to remember in the fact that it's just what I change, or what the experimenter changes. For example, if you're comparing two different types of fertilizers and how they affect plant growth, you're going to have the independent variable be those two different types of fertilizers and which type you use. It's the one that you change that will actually affect the data. Now, speaking of data, the dependent variable is just exactly what you're measuring. So in that specific example, you would be measuring plant growth, which therefore would be your dependent variable. Now, you can have multiple dependent variables in an experiment, but it is difficult to have multiple independent variables because there's a lot to account for if you do. Now, the final variable, which is probably the least known one, is the control variable. The control variable is interesting because it's basically the example. It's what you're comparing. So, for example, if you're doing the two different types of fertilizers, your controlled variable would just be the plant without the fertilizers. So you can actually compare the fertilizers to the plant without fertilizers and therefore gauge if the fertilizers did anything at all. So generally, those are the three different types of variables, which are really useful since they're pretty much everywhere in science and chemistry and biology, pretty much every single aspect. So you have to know them, and that is pretty much all of them.